Now, winter traditionally means a flu season for many, and this year it's even more of a concern, and this is obviously because of COVID-19. So what can you do to avoid catching the flu, if anything at all? For more on this, we are joined on the line by General Practitioner Dr. Mhinga. A very good afternoon to you, Doc, and lovely to be chatting with you once again. I wonder, does the presence of COVID-19 influence the flu at all? Should we be expecting it to perhaps be more severe?
Look, good afternoon, madam. How are you? And thank you for inviting me to your show. The strange thing is that we are right in the flu season, but we haven't. Though this is not, it's not out of research, but just out of sheer observation. All the other years by now, we have seen so many patients who come to us complaining of flu symptoms. But up to now, we haven't seen as many. My suspicion is that perhaps people knew that the flu was coming, and we've always warned the public to say, if you have a chance to get yourself some flu shot, that at least will try and control the spread and the severity of the flu, just to give room to the corona, to the corona or to the COVID. So yes, it is a flu season, but we haven't seen as many.
So is the assumption then that people have been proactive, that they've been taking the flu shot, that they've been taking their immunoboosters, so when the flu comes around about this time, it actually finds them stronger and perhaps more resistant to it?
And I think maybe it's a secondary effect. I think because, for the longest time we'll be talking about following basic hygiene principles, washing your hands, making sure that you clean your hands, sanitize well. Of course, at that time we're not sanitizing, but it was just a question of washing one's hands. And we didn't have the issue of the mask at the time. But that only shows you the effect, the positive effect of proper hygiene. And I would say, for the first time, the public has taken so much into their hearts to say, wash your hands, clean your hands, and of course, if it's necessary, sanitize them. I think we're getting a spillage from that kind of a routine that everybody is embarking on. And I think that's the reason why we probably don't see as many people with flu, because everybody is up on their toes trying to prevent the spread of the corona, and as a consequence, we also get a spillage of the less spread of the flu pandemic.
Is it advisable, doctor, for people to take the flu vaccine, and when would be the appropriate time to do that?
I think for now it is appropriate because look, flu has been with us for the longest time. I think the first time we had the worst flu in the whole world was the so-called the Spanish flu, the Spanish influenza. That was in 1918, and things have developed over the period of time. And by 1920, that's when they started vaccinating, getting a vaccine for the flu. And since then, this has been the regular thing, for people to try and vaccinate 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even a month prior to the onset of the flu. So I think to some extent, it has happened. But having said that, we still find that flu or influenza-related conditions still kill as many people. I think we talk about the fatality rate of about 1.3 to 1.6%. In other words, out of 100 people who have flu, about 1 or less than 2 people will die from the flu-related diseases.
Diet often plays a huge part in one's health. Which foods should we be eating at this particular time, as well as which beverages should we be consuming to make sure that our bodies are stronger and able to fight the flu?
I'm not too good in prescribing or trying to tell people what to eat. I can just give you a broader picture to say the very thing that your mother gave to you to eat when you were still young, continue eating it. I grew up eating mashonja, and I'm very proud of that. I grew up eating muroho, and I'm very happy with that. I grew up eating inkomazi, and I'm still doing it today. And the other thing, just stick to the basic healthy food stuff. And if you can, try and avoid what we call processed food or processed things in particular, because then you are loading yourself with additional problems like high cholesterol or obesity or other stuff. So stick to the basics of what you were taught by your father. And I'm glad I still eat the very same things that brought me to where I am today. So stick to it and don't deviate for a moment from it.
And as far as supplements are concerned, many would swear on dosages of vitamin C effervescence. What's your take on that?
Look, okay, I'll give you a very good example. Now, we're now in the winter time, and for the longest time we had a hot season, sunshine. There's nothing that can replace sunshine. And of course, for us as black people, dark-skinned people for that matter, we need a little bit more of that sunshine because we don't get as much absorption of the sun rays. So you still need that. But living in areas where we are today, if you think or suspect that your immune system may be a little bit lower, I would advise you to take some vitamin D3 on a regular basis or throughout the flu season. Make sure that you have enough of that vitamin D because that improves or at least enhances your immune system. That's number one. And number two, it has recently been found that the main killer or the main pathology of coronavirus is not necessarily the pneumonia that everybody has been talking about. It's actually the microclots that develop in the blood vessels, arising from the inflammation that you get in the blood vessels. And that's what leads to clot formation. And those clots, they end up in your lungs, and when you take a picture, I think this is what was confusing most of the physicians in the early stages of corona. It looks like it's pneumonia, whereas this was probably what I can call pulmonary embolism, which is the clots that have developed and progressed, and they block your pulmonary artery. And in the picture, on the X-ray or on the scan, it looks like it is a pneumonia. There is no pneumonia there. It's a microclot